Stand up, please. Everybody. Flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Let's see. Approval of the January's minutes. Anybody have any changes or corrections? No. No? No? I make a motion that the minutes be approved.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, takes care of that. First application is a public hearing, 15 Peacock Way. It's an application for construction of a 2,124 square foot accessory structure barn. The application proposes an otherwise complying 2124 square foot detached structure. The application does not comply with the zoning code 175-10D. In part, attached and detached garages shall not exceed 1,000 square feet in footprint area. Therefore, the application was denied. Mr. Yohaya, want to step up, please? Just want to identify yourself, please. Tell us who you are.
Hi there. I'm Brendan Yi-Fu Tay.
And I'm Sierra Schoening.
Okay. And you are the owners, guys. You are the owners, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, you're looking to put up this garage. Is there a second story on this? I mean, is there stairs going up there or anything like that, or is it just a garage?
No, it's just a single
Just a
story.
barn, I mean.
Yeah.
A barn. Okay, fine. Now, I see you sent us, well, last month we went over your application. It was complete. I saw you sent us, in the meantime, Google Earth pictures. They were older pictures. And it says this is an older image and the structures no longer exist. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. What am I looking here? Is that like 5 storage containers in this picture?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
They weren't there when we just moved in September, and none of those structures were there when we moved in, when we saw the place.
I just said it looks like 5 storage containers.
Yeah, and they might have
Yeah.
been storage containers.
And there's 4 little buildings there, I guess. They're not there either?
No, it's right now it's
Just you?
It's just weeds and some old fencing.
Okay, so where you intend to put the structures, I see in that red box,
Yeah.
where the
right
2
about
buildings are there?
Yeah, next to there is an existing small shed. So
Okay,
right next
and
to
you
that.
need this barn for reasons?
Storage primarily. I mean, we need to get a lawnmower and we need to get a tractor and some stuff to maintain our property. So it'll be storage
Okay.
of all that.
Well, you have a decent sized property, right? 7 acres, 8 acres? Or?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, just to
clarify, so we get the numbers right, the
Sure.
proposed structure is 2,124 square feet,
That's correct?
and the property I have as approximately 8.7 acres.
That's correct.
in size. Okay.
Okay.
how close to the road is this coming?
To the road? It's pretty far from the road. The closest road is Route 9, and we're up on a hill. And so you'd have to go down our drive, and then through our neighbor's driveway, and then onto Diamond Hill Road, right
So a
onto
few hundred
Route
feet?
9. I don't know the exact distance. Maybe find out. Do you mind looking up on your phone?
Take it.
Ballpark. Let's see. That's like. So it's up a hill. Do you know? Sorry, this is our neighbor.
Very far from Route 9. I mean, it would be like 300 or 400 feet.
Yeah.
I would say 300
Oh.
yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's significant.
Yeah. Okay. It can't be seen from the street, is what I'm saying. No, from the
actually
road.
where the structure is their house can be seen from 9 foot. It sits up. This is down the valley a little bit, so it won't be seen.
Okay.
It should be seen.
Thanks, Luke.
All right. Is there anybody in the audience who'd like to speak to this application? Yes. Okay, you sit down, that gentleman stand up there, that's your neighbor. So I guess he's in favor, otherwise he'd have a face on. Okay. All right. Hey, just tell us who you are, please.
Yes, Mr. Good evening. Luke Hilpert, 2 Peacock Way, Garrison, New York. We do live adjacent to the project here.
Okay.
And
We're in favor of the project overall. It's a great addition. As I said, it's not really going to be visible from 9. It won't be visible from the road.
Right.
Even, some very limited parts on our property, you could see it because we do have a shared driveway up. My concern is only, when the Mercurios had the property previously and you saw all those structures, we watched all those come out,
Yeah.
as they were moving, and it
Oh, the
was...
shipping containers?
There were some shipping containers. There were large barns.
Yeah, look like
I mean,
shipping
what
containers.
you see is those 4 little barns there. That's not what was there in the end.
Yeah.
There were some, barns as long as this room.
Right.
Some big stuff. My main concern is just with the increase of the impervious surface, that there's some plan to mitigate runoff as much as possible. And I know that we spoke individually that they will have Garrison Tree consult on that. But I would just like to see if there could be some sort of provision that deals with that in any sort of approval.
Okay. Have you looked at the plans at all?
I have.
Okay, so you didn't talk to them about the plans
We
and all
did.
like that?
And as I said, from
What would you be looking to add it to the project, I guess?
just some plan that would help to mitigate the runoff. Since that property was vacant for many years, and then over the past 10 or so has been used increasingly, and the flow of water down the driveway, and it has a significant impact on the ponds on our property, which if you look at some of the sky view, you'll see there's a smaller pond kind of down at the bend of the road, and then a larger pond in the back. And I haven't done any analysis of where it comes from. It certainly comes from up the hill down, and it renders it much more marshy than it's ever been.
Okay.
And so I'm just a little concerned that this increase in surface will have an impact that way.
Okay.
So that's our only.
All right, I'll speak to him. Mr.
Thank you.
Schoenberg? How do you intend to take care of this?
Well, our initial thing is, as Luke mentioned, to speak to the landscaping folks across the road, Garrison Tree, and see what they had to recommend. Of our own accord, we are planning on planting a lot more trees and shrubs and bushes, and so hopefully that can soak up a lot of what's coming down the hill. Because it seems to be coming down, like our leach field and into the shared driveway, and it's definitely affecting our part of the driveway as well. So it's something that we need to deal with sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, we moved in September, so we're discovering all these new things as we go along.
All right, I'm just trying to figure out how we could do this to drainage.
See a plan on how you're gonna catch this water.
Okay.
You have any gutters? You have any gutters on
There-
this barn?
On the building, yeah. On the design of the building, there are gutters, and there'll be, sorry, I don't know what they're called, but the gutters and then the downspout.
Downspout.
And that will direct the water away. Currently, there are some, what do you, like
Ditches
there's
along the
ditches, and
drive.
there's a piping underneath our driveway that's sort of trying to funnel the water towards the leach field, which is, on the other side of the hill. So again, we'd have to refer to professionals as to the best way to stop up, the water going down the hill.
Right. Well, your neighbor has a legitimate concern.
Oh, absolutely.
I understand
No,
that. so-
we totally agree. It's the water, with the past couple of rains, we could see how it's affecting our driveway even, so.
I think-
And just to be noted, we are also planning on doing rainwater collection system, probably attached to the building, just to help with like drought stuff, because last year specifically was incredibly dry. So it would just be like barrels that catch the water
Yeah.
that come off the building.
Yeah. Have you spoke to your architect about this at all, or how to handle this?
Not yet, no.
All right. I tell you what, I think,
I have a question.
sure. Go ahead.
Because architects really aren't the people to handle that, in a way. It's really landscape architects or talking to a local excavator who is very familiar with the terrain and where where the swales need to be, whether that pipe underneath the roadway is actually channeling water, and should it be channeling water to your leach field, or should it be going elsewhere? So considering that there are increasing extreme rain events occurring, that part is really important, not just to your neighbors, but to you as well.
Oh, yeah,
I've dealt with problems like that before and had to have regrading done. So you really need to consult with a local excavator, don't you think, Granite?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's part of our build plan.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but the only thing is, I,
It needs to be thought through.
at this point in time, it makes me leery to give you the permit, in all honesty, because I think it was up to the board, I think the board to decide, but maybe we should postpone this for another month, to next month, until you come back with a plan from like his excavator or something like that, and how you're gonna handle his drainage, because I certainly want to address his, I just want to say you're gonna do it, and that's the end of it. So I want to see something. So, I mean, it's up to the board, I don't know how the other board members feel.
No, I think that's absolutely right, because, you know, it's just, there's something, we can't get around the climate change. And I'm sure that it can all be worked out, you know? It's just actually thinking it through with someone who knows what is happening and how to think it through. It's very difficult to tell what's going on from the Google Earth, although I appreciate that you did get them. You know, like one of these looks like there might have actually been a burn area at one time, but then on others it doesn't look like that. So it's hard to see where the water is coming from. It may not be coming only from your impervious surfaces, but from some other features in the land. So considering that there are ponds, and you got the roadway, you got your house and stuff, you don't want to do something beautiful and wonderful and then have to redo it in thousands of dollars later. I've been there, done it, don't do it. So it's better to take a little more time and consult and try to work that out.
All right, so what I'm going to ask you to do is, we're going to postpone this till next meeting, which is, I believe, March 13th. Am I correct? Double check for me. Right? March 13th, Monday, March 13th. I guess talk to some kind of excavator or some kind of drainage, if somebody handles drainage or something like that, come up with something that will satisfy this man's next door, because he has rights, and I want him to be, I understand you want your barn, and I'm not looking to, you know,
We want to be good neighbors.
give you, I just want
Yeah.
it done correctly. Okay?
Thanks.
All right, we'll see you next month.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. All right, let's see. Next one is application, review of application. Garrison Station Plaza, 19 Garrison Landing, Garrison, New York. Construct a 10 by 24 deck. Hi, somebody, tell me who you are.
Yes, I'm Delmar Carlin. I'm the president of Garrison Station Plaza, the owner, and this is Washington Molina from the Hudson Design, our architect.
You're the owner.
Pardon me?
You're the owner?
Yes, I'm the president of the company that's the
Okay,
owner.
and you are
Washington Molina from Hudson Design.
from Hudsonville Design?
Hudson Design,
Hudson Design, okay. And you're the architect?
yes.
Okay. Either one of you speak, makes no difference to me. Take your choice.
Well, I'll start off here.
Okay.
I don't know how much you've been able to see of what we've submitted, but this is a very old building from mid-19th century. It's a non-conforming use. It's built almost up to the northern property line, about a foot off it. And it's one of a row of buildings from the same vintage. And what we want to do is add a deck on the rear of the building, that's the riverside. And that would extend pretty much an extension of the side of the building that's non-conforming. It's within the setback for the rear, but not on the side. It's consistent with the other buildings along the row there. They almost all have decks. We've submitted pictures of those. And there's one owner that happens to own the property all the way around this parcel, and they've submitted a letter that they have no objection. And I think Mr. Molina can answer specific questions or add whatever he wants at this point.
Sure. One thing I wanted to know is there's a footnote 11 on the dimensional table that allows side yard setback to be 0 for 0 lot line buildings. Just wanted to,
Well, this is where 10 foot is required, and you're looking for a zero lot line, right?
correct.
So the deck is going to go right against it. It's 10 by 24. So all you have basically from the end of the building to the property is 10 foot itself, is that what you're saying?
That's correct.
Right? Am I correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
The deck that you're gonna put on is gonna be the same size that's shown in this picture?
That's actually the front of the,
Oh,
yes, yes.
And there's a deck back there now that was on the building a long time, say since before 1957?
No, I believe originally there were two shed, like shed,
Yes, the building was
Sheds on it?
originally, from way back in the 19th century, a two-family building. It had two entrances in the rear, what the picture is of the front. We have no pictures of the rear from the mid-19th century. But there were two small entryway sheds that some people say were wood sheds for when the building was heated with wood back in the 19th century. They're gone now. But so it would be on the other side. The porch you see will stay, the one on the front.
The area.
Yeah, okay.
The reason why I ask, if it had a deck on it prior to 1957, you pre-existed, you existed before zoning and you're grandfathered.
To be honest, as far as we know, there was no deck before 57, but
Already.
we don't know for
I'm
sure.
just trying to save you some time.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
There was no CO for deck or anything else like that, but even before, you don't have any pictures of anything that it was up before then, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And the pictures I'm looking at, I'm looking at what's it, 1850, is that that's what I'm saying here?
About 1850.
You were showing me a
something.
picture from 1850, okay. That was about 10 years before I was born, but let's see.
Renovation on the structure.
You didn't already build it 10 by 24, did you?
No. It hasn't been built.
Okay.
Oh, they're building a railroad at that time? Is that what that picture's about? Right? You're doing railroad construction, is what it says here.
Our understanding is that that building and some of the others down there were built by the West Point and Garrison Ferry Company for ferry employees.
Okay.
Back then. It was, as I said, it was a side-by-side, two-family, so each dwelling unit was really quite small.
Okay. Well, basically what this meeting is a review of your application. Well, that means we want to make sure that we have everything so we can make a decision, is what I'm trying to say. Well, let me just check. Let's see what we got here. We got,
Just to clarify some numbers, as I understand it from the write-up from Greg Warner, the code enforcement officer, you need a side yard setback variance. The minimum side yard is 10 feet. I understand the house is literally on the side yard lot line, but looking at your site plan, it looks like the deck itself will be off of the side yard lot line by 1.25 feet, is that correct? Just looking at the site plan.
Approximately, yes.
So you're not actually, the deck is not going to be on the side yard lot line, it's going to be offset some.
Correct.
Okay. And again, if next month, when we're talking about specific numbers and what we're asked to approve or not, I just want to make sure that you're looking for a 10-foot by 24-foot rear deck that will be set back from the north side yard lot line by 1.25 feet. But if that's not correct, please let us know. I'm just going by what's on your site plan.
That's correct.
Okay.
all right, make sure, because if we do make a decision, you can't go over the 1.25 feet, so double check your figures so we have it for next month, okay?
Will do.
One other question, just for clarification, is this a single-family dwelling?
Yes, it was originally a two-family, but it's quite a few years ago, probably before 1957, it was converted to a single-family, and that's what it's been for many, many years.
And that's the use
And-
that
and will continue
is
as
now
that.
and will continue?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a question that's actually a little bit off topic, but Am I seeing correctly that you're putting your heat pumps, are you putting it below the deck on a pad?
Yes, that's the plan.
And so what's the historic, recent flood level?
I don't know offhand, they would be mounted not right at ground level, but up on the, along the side of the building, so it would be above any potential flood level.
I think you might find that might be a little too low, that you might actually end up with your heat pumps flooded.
Well, for the number 7 Garrison's Landing, that's the Dolly's Restaurant now, that's what was done there. They're hung up on the side of the building, and that's what we'll plan to do. I don't know that we got a particular height at this point, did we, Washington?
No, not now, but,
Well, you know, it's just, you know, a thought to, you know, find out what was the flood level during Hurricane Sandy, which, you know, Dolly's was renovated after that, I believe. And, you know, you just might want to consider that, whether that's actually too low and you want to move those higher.
This building, of all the buildings on that row on the west side of Garrison's Landing Road, this one is a little bit higher than the other buildings, and in various flood events, except for Sandy, it has always remained dry when other buildings have gotten a little water. It got a little bit during Sandy, but not very much. But your point is well taken, and we've been thinking about that, and we'll continue to look into it.
Yeah.
okay. Let's see what we got here. We got, got the owner's consent form for the architect, so you could speak. You got the ZBA application is there. You got 2 letters from neighbors. We'll read them at the next meeting. You got a letter from Hudson Design with additional background information, copy of the CO, copy of the building plans, copy of deed. I make a motion that this application be accepted, so it's complete.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, you're all set. Next month, March 13th, come back, okay? Going to have what's called a public hearing, all right? So letters will go out to the neighbors, and all. I see you already got some letters that there for it and all like that, but, you know, and this way, anybody wants it can come into town hall, take a look at the plans and all like that to see what if they want to do anything, you know, have any questions or anything else like that, okay? And just get your numbers right exactly to the inch or to the quarter of an inch, okay? Because you're not dealing with a lot of room here, okay? You know, so you go, you know, if he puts down, we put down a, you know, for the quarter, and you go a foot, you're in trouble. Okay?
Very good.
All right. See you next month, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Right. Any other business? I make a motion to adjourn? All in
Does he
favor?
have a neighbor on that side?
Okay, it takes care of
Does he
it.
have a neighbor? Yeah, he does. He's getting one in the
Get out of
back.
here.
Yeah.